guys, what's up here? Zach in the Underground Strength office. That's why it's all this crazy lighting. I'm trying to find a spot that works somewhat okay. So, got a great message or question on Facebook from a wrestling coach who has all the wrestling programs I've got out. Workouts That Win, Train to Pin. He's got all of them. And he's got a incoming freshman who weighs 86 pounds. He's got to be able to wrestle at 106. Now, this is really one of our most common things, or I'd say the common issues that we have amongst wrestlers. And actually, the Underground Strength Gym is becoming known for taking kids that are completely undersized, way underweight, especially the kids that are trying to get up to the 106-pound weight class, and they need to pack on muscle and put on weight. And we've got several kids who are in those shoes right now, and it actually started years and years ago with one of my first clients, which was Danny White, who went on to become a three-time Prep National Champ, three-time Beast of the East Champ, and was a Division I wrestler. Great kid. He was very undersized, and we had him lifting with us 3 days a week. He also trained a little bit on his own. His dad owned a landscaping company, so he was out there like carrying bricks, cinder blocks, sandbags, filling up the wheelbarrow with weight, doing farmer walks, things like that. He was always training. But the ticket to his weight gain was he just committed to having a large breakfast, large lunch, large dinner. Then in between those three big meals, he would have some smaller snacks. And snacks to him was things like trail mix and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or a turkey and cheese sandwich, lots of trail mix, lots of drinking of milk. Now that is a great weight gain idea for these younger athletes. But for those of us that are in our mid-20s and beyond, you should not be following that. Your body, usually in the early 20s, builds up a natural intolerance or an allergy to dairy products, especially milk. Your body's not going to respond well at all to sandwiches and things of that nature. But for these younger kids who have been on a regular basis just not eating strong foods at all, they eat things like cereal, pizza, lots of foods and things that come in a wrapper. What we now want to see them having is things like scrambled eggs or egg omelet with bacon in the morning, or baked potatoes sliced up and throw those into the frying pan as well. For lunch, we're looking for them to have a mix of protein, carbs, and healthy fats, as well as fruits. Same thing with dinner. So they're going to have three big meals. Usually their post-workout meal, because of their schedule, is going to end up being, if it's the summertime, hopefully post-workout meal will be lunch. Crank that workout early in the morning, and then you get the rest of your day focused on eating and recovery. The other thing is, if he is a highly active wrestler, here in New Jersey, there are wrestling clubs everywhere, and these kids in the summertime are entering tournaments. They're also training off-season right now with their teams. They have a lot of open mat, or the clubs are just very hectic right now. They're, attending clubs. So their metabolism is extremely fast, and they're burning calories around the clock. This is, goes without say that if you want results, you need consistency. So if they eat breakfast 2 or 3 days a week and the other 4 or 5 they skip it, you're not going to get the results. We have had kids that weighed in the mid 80 something pounds get up to about 112 pounds come Thanksgiving. They trained with us 2 to 3 days a week. On their own, they wrestled. So a lot of these kids are wrestling 2 to 4 days a week. So overall, they're getting 5, 6, 7 workouts a week. But the ones that put on the muscle and gain the weight, they're having a big breakfast. They're not eating a wimpy lunch. They're having a strong home-cooked meal, and they're avoiding a lot of, processed foods. Are they going to get some processed foods at that age? Yes. Is it a huge, big deal? It's not going to kill them. It's a completely different story when I'm talking to those that are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and beyond, the way you need to eat. But for you young wrestlers that are undersized and underweight, especially you guys that need to wrestle in the 106-pound weight class, which then becomes 108, you're usually going to lose 5, 6 pounds from the time the season starts till once the new year comes. Because what happens is now, after school, you're not getting in a meal. You're training 2.5 hours a day, so your training intensity and volume is very high. you're burning so many calories and you're taking in less calories, you're just going to lose that weight. So if you have to wrestle 106, 108, preseason, I'd like to see you being 112 to 114 because you're naturally going to make it to 106, 108 and still be able to eat 3 meals a day. That's the ticket. I want to see wrestlers, even in the in-season, being able to eat breakfast, lunch, dinner. None of this starvation crap. None of this, oh, I weigh 145, now I'm going to wrestle 120. What's the sense? You know, this is my issue here with you coaches out there that are pushing your guys to cut weight. Why would a kid pack on muscle, get stronger, get healthier, improve his confidence, and then you tell him to cut all that weight in season? Coaches, you got to remember that your number one priority are these kids, not your ego, all right? These kids are getting abused. Don't use them and throw them out, because don't forget, they're going to remember you for the rest of their life, not just the 4 years that they're in high school. Let them go their natural weight, and it's up to you to help them in the off season, support them, get them proper strength and conditioning. If you need help, go to GetWrestlingStrength.com or reach out to me direct through any of our Facebook fan pages. That's the way to do it. You know, if these kids are coming in fat in the, because their off season was just had no organization, that's partially your fault as a coach. They need your direction. They need your help. So that's my thing. If you got an undersized wrestler trying to gain weight, and that's my other thing, my little rant. If you are a coach getting these kids to cut 25 pounds when the season comes, killing all the hard work they've done, they got to be able to have fun with it. And yes, there's going to be times where they got to embrace the grind. I'm down with that too. But if you're making them cut weight, you're increasing chances of injury. Or if they're cutting excessive weight, increased chances of injury. You're definitely going to decrease their enjoyment in the sport, which in turn is not going to elevate their success at all. So coaches, we need you to be smarter. We need your support. And athletes, wrestlers, you guys got to be dedicated and committed. Okay? Coach and mom and dad can't be on your back or behind your shoulder saying, hey, Johnny, did you work out today? Johnny, did you lift? Johnny, did you run? When you're out on the mat, nobody's holding your hand. That's when the truth comes out. So if you're skipping workouts or you're doing half-ass workouts that just aren't effective, then take initiative and find better workouts. GetWrestlingStrength.com. Peace out. Good luck, guys.